Okie doke, everyone. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. If anybody else joins, then they can go ahead and do that. Okay, guys, so welcome to today's webinar. We are going to be doing a combined webinar with Insurance Advisors Direct as well as Marketing Advisors Direct, which is IAD's sister brand, which is a digital marketing service geared at helping independent insurance agents grow their business. So now Insurance Advisors Direct, as a IAD agent, you do get co-op dollars based on your production. And these co-op dollars can be used towards things like purchasing business cards, flyers, brochures, like digital marketing techniques as well, such as our social media marketing program, as well as search engine optimization. And if you stay till the end of this webinar, you will also be getting a free gift as well. So make sure you hang tight for that. So first off, what is marketing? So marketing is the process of exploring, creating, and providing value to consumers to fulfill their needs. And marketing is important for insurance agents because it helps spread your brand awareness in order to grow your business. Because as an independent agent, you are not beholden to a single insurance company. You are essentially just selling yourself. You are selling your personal brand. You are selling your ability to be able to help your consumer and your clients be able to purchase the right types of policies that fit their needs, their budgets, and their just overall needs for their life, So what should agents be doing to market their business? They need to be doing a little bit of everything. You can't just stick to cold calls these days. You can't just do direct mail. You can't just work just solely based off of referrals and expect that to grow your business to a profitable business. So what sort of what sort of marketing options are available in today's world? So go ahead and type your answer in the Q&A. How many forms of lead generation and marketing do you guys think are available to agents in the year 2023? Okay, so the answer is over 16. So I was not able to check the Q&A to see how many of you guys typed in what sort of numbers in there, but the answer is over 16. So there are things like lead lists. You can do direct mail and cold calls. You can go door-to-door sales. You can host educational seminars, and all of these other different things that are available to agents in the year 2023. And a lot of the more recent sort of developments in marketing, especially for insurance agents, is going to be more digital based because that's where our consumers are now, which is online. So when we're thinking about digital marketing, that includes our website, so SEO, blogs, and then you can also do search engine marketing, which is Google ads. You can have video ads that'll play on YouTube. You can have the display ads that will show up on websites, like on the sidebars, as well as the actual like search ads that will help pop up to the top of the screen when somebody is searching for a product or service based on your keywords that you're using. And those will pop up at the top of the page on Google when somebody is searching for a product or service. And then we also have social media marketing, as well as content marketing and ads. So there is a bit of a difference between content marketing and then social selling and then social media marketing. We can get into those at another time, but those are some new digital marketing avenues that you can take in order to market your business. So what would you do to market your business with $500 a month? How many marketing tactics would you be able to employ to grow your business based on a $500 a month budget? How many people do you think that you would be able to reach with a marketing budget of $500 a month? So if we're going to go into kind of like a cost benefit analysis, what is the cost of a lead list in order to produce like cold calls or direct mail? It is time consuming, and personally, it's kind of unenjoyable. I know that not a lot of people really like to be on the phone these days. And honestly, not a lot of people answer the phone these days as well. But the benefit to that is that it does provide that instant gratification. You get to speak directly to the potential client and get them to call you, and is one of the oldest insurance agent marketing tactics pretty much in the book. Then we've also got networking. So you can network essentially for free. You can either attend the community networking events that different area chambers can hold. If you do want to join your local area chamber, most chamber membership fees are around that $250 a year, but it does help introduce you to the business owners in your area and helps generate high quality leads and business referrals. The importance to joining a local area chamber, if you are not already, is because it will also help your digital search engine optimization as well, especially because if you have a website, your local area chamber will be providing a link from their website to your website. Now, the way that kind of all works, without going into a deep dive into how digital marketing and Google really works, is that the more often that websites have your website existing in other places on the internet, the more likely that Google will see your website as a trusted resource. So when somebody is searching for terms that are included somewhere on your website, the more likely that your website will pop up on the first page of Google search results. So now going into digital marketing, it does require a strategy, and most digital marketing is outsourced. So if you wanted to hire a separate a separate company to do your digital marketing in the form of search engine optimization or search engine marketing, social media marketing, including inbound and outbound engagement, it's going to cost you anywhere from around $2,000 a month. Now, the benefit to that, though, is that it is going to generate those really, really high quality leads because people are online. And this inbound marketing technique is going to help your clients chase you and not the other way around. You can also do things like co-op and affinity programs as well, like going into a Kroger store or a BJ's Wholesale, especially during AEP and OEP. These are particularly beneficial as well, because it gets you directly in front of your potential client and helps you establish an immediate connection for your sales funnel. And that can cost you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000, depending on the type of program that you do. But on average, most are about $1,500 for that program. And then you can also do your paper advertising as well. So you can just do newspaper ads, billboard ads, whatever other types of form of paper advertising that you could pretty much think of. Now, those can be very difficult to track, so that is kind of a caveat. However, a benefit to that is that it's an easiest way to generate your brand awareness. You basically just put it out there and you sit back, relax, and just wait for people to start calling, if anything. And it's a great place to kind of start your marketing if you have not already. So why should insurance agents be focusing more on digital forms of lead generation going into 2023? Well, the reason for this is because 69% of insurance consumers start their purchase with an online search. And there has been a 100% increase in the search term insurance near me. It's grown by over 100% in the last 2 years, meaning that those search terms have doubled since 2021. 68% of insurance consumers did not have a carrier in mind when they began their search. And as an independent agent, that is a huge benefit for you, because typically if you have a client or a consumer who is like dead set on a certain carrier, and perhaps if you're not already contracted with that carrier, and then if you have to wait for those contracts to come in and all of that, and it can delay your sales process. So it's more important that your consumer does not have a particular carrier in mind. And then 52% of insurance searches are conducted on a mobile device. So a good majority of people who are searching for insurance are not doing it on their computers or on their desktops. They're doing it straight from their phone. And especially in today's world where our smartphones literally are supercomputers that we walk around with in our pockets, it's astounding as to how many things people do, or how many things that people do with their phones these days. Some more statistics here. 78% of insurance consumers call a business immediately after running a search. So the more likely that you are to pop up on that first page of Google, the more likely that you will be able to have a consumer call your business if your telephone number is right there on their screen. The biggest thing about marketing these days is trying to make things easier for the consumer to reach you, because the harder that it is, the less likely that they are going to be to purchase. People are very, very driven by convenience and value these days. So if you are able to get a consumer to call you right away, then there we go. Moving on, 62% of insurance buyers said that talking with a representative on the phone was the most influential factor in their buying decision. So again, kind of coming back to that telephone conversation, if you are able to get someone to call your business, more than likely they are going to be able to make a purchase with you if you're able to just get them on the phone. 74% of insurance consumers research insurance purchases online. So, of course, you have to think about consumer behavior. Even if you are shopping for a certain product or service online, how do you start? More than likely, you start with a Google search. You're using it to compare prices. You are using it to look at reviews and referrals and all of this stuff. There are so many ways that we as consumers research products and services before making a purchase and placing our buying decision. So 25% of the 74% of insurance consumers who are researching their purchases online, only 25% will end up making a purchase online. So if you are able to get them into your agency through your agency doors, or if you're able to go to their house and sit down at their kitchen table with them, more than likely they'll end up making a purchase, but 25% of those people will end up making a purchase online. So going into more of a digital Google aspect. So insurance keywords are among the most expensive in Google ads. These can cost anywhere up to $50 in cost per click. So if you are running Google search ads, so if someone types into the search bar, best independent insurance agent near me, and your search ad pops up at the top of their page and they click on it, that's going to cost you $50 in your ad budget. But also keeping in mind too, that that's another just great way to get people in through your doors. But because of this, insurance also has a high retention rate. The insurance conversion rate for an insurance search ad is 5.1%, but that is consistent with other industries as well. So not really too worried about that in that aspect. And then the average conversion rate for an insurance display ad is 1.2%. So that means that your search ads are going to be more beneficial in being able to convert someone to making a purchase. However, those display ads are great for brand awareness. The more oftentimes that someone sees your brand online, the more likely that they will be to make a purchase with you. So the consumer buying process. What happens when somebody decides that they want to make a purchase? They have an idea, or there's some sort of need that is needing to be fulfilled in their life. Then they will more than likely start with an online search. So they're going to go immediately to Google and start typing in things that they need. Then they will start finding that business on Google, and they may or may not make a telephone call depending on other factors that they had researched, including reviews, as well as other forms of digital marketing as well. So more than likely, if your business website pops up at the top of that search page, and it also comes up with your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your LinkedIn page, your Twitter page, all of those different social media platforms tell that consumer while they're searching online that, okay, this is a legitimate business. They have a web presence, they have a social media presence, they have reviews, people are saying good things about them. More than likely, that is going to be what is going to turn them into a client for you. So the overall business funnel is going to be generating brand awareness and then getting them to engage with your business. So whether that be through social media, they will start commenting on your posts, liking your posts, sharing them with their network of family and friends. And then that's when you can convert them to visiting your website. Maybe you can convert them into attending either a Medicare 101 seminar or maybe a webinar of some kind, but you're getting them to a little bit closer to you. And then at which point they will become most comfortable in order to make a purchase with you and become a customer. So our goal here is to use digital to drive our phone calls. So calls will influence over $1.1 trillion in US consumer spending in the year 2023. These inbound calls convert 10 to 15 times more revenue than outbound calls or web leads alone. So the average time that consumers will wait on hold when calling insurance providers is 3 minutes and 24 seconds. But the average time that someone will wait on hold before hanging up is about 1:30. So your goal as an insurance agent is being able to get that information to that consumer as quickly as possible, because 88% of insurance consumers demand more personalization from their providers. And as insurance agents, you guys know that no two clients are exactly the same. Everyone is going to have different needs. Everyone is going to have different reasons as to why they want to go with one carrier over another, or why they might need a different plan over another. It really just does depend. No two people are the same. And 21% of insurance customers say that providers do not tailor their experience at all. So that's another great opportunity for you as an agent to really help customize their experience, to make sure that that client is not only happy with the amount of coverage and the policy that they have, but also are happy with overall with their experience with you. And 80% of satisfied customers are 80% more likely to renew their policies than unsatisfied customers. Because obviously, if you make a purchase decision, let's just say, for example, you buy a new sweater. You really liked it when you were in the store. It fit really nice. It was great. You took it home, you washed it, and then it fell apart in the washing machine. More than likely, are you going to go back to that store and purchase that sweater or another type of sweater like that? Probably not. You are more than likely going to continue to repurchase from brands or from stores or just from businesses in general if you are satisfied with your purchase. So how can you help provide value to these consumers with these areas of opportunity? 30% of callers convert 30% faster than web leads. So if you are able to get someone on the phone, you can convert them 30% faster than if they were just purchasing online by themselves. 41% of businesses report an increase of phone calls by 25% in the last 2 years. So in the last 2 years, consumers have been spending more time on the phone and calling more businesses and becoming more comfortable with calling businesses, probably because it's easy to access your telephone number with Google. When you Google a business, your telephone number pops up right there on the screen. They can literally just hit call. They don't have to copy and paste the phone number. It shows up right there in the dialing app of their phone, and they can immediately call that business. 84% of marketers report phone calls having higher conversion rates with larger order value, meaning that not only are more likely are these consumers converting and making purchases, but they're also making higher dollar value purchases as well. Their average dollar sale has gone up because they were able to speak on the phone with a real live human being. I mean, how many of us have called customer service representatives and been on the phone with a robot for like 20 minutes to a point where you're screaming like, ah, like trying to get on the phone with a real human being, right? So if you are able to really just help that consumer get to where they need to go and provide them with value, you will win. 85% of marketers believe that inbound calls are the key component to their digital strategy, to which I think most of you would also agree in that as well. Because the same thing, if you're sending out direct mail cards or if you are doing your cold calls, the most important thing is getting someone on the phone. And caller retention is 28% higher than web lead retention alone. So again, if you have someone who is reaching out to your business online, but they are more likely to call you, you are going to have that 28% higher retention rate than if they were just looking at your website alone. So did you know that you get monthly co-op dollars based on your production? IAD provides its contracted agents with money to use for marketing purposes because we are committed to your success. You can use your co-op dollars for ordering business cards, flyers, brochures, door hangers, banners, event tablecloths, newsletters, postcards, or even our in-house digital marketing service. So if you missed our last MAD webinar, which happened, I believe, back in November, so it's been about 2 months now. So Marketing Advisors Direct is the sister brand to Insurance Advisors Direct, and it is a digital marketing service that helps increase your clientele. So if you did miss our last webinar, you can just go ahead and scan this QR code with the phone app on your smartphone. There should be a link that'll pop up and that'll take you directly to our YouTube channel. And again, if you stay till the end of this webinar, you will be receiving a free gift from me. So let me just go ahead and pause here and let everyone get the chance to scan that QR code. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on now. So the value that MAD provides to its agents is we help you establish an online presence, which helps legitimize your business to new audiences. So again, back when I was talking about when someone types those search terms into the Google search bar, and then your business pops up at the top of that search page. If your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, whatever else also pops up on that screen, that signals to that consumer that like, okay, this is a real business. They have real clients. And so this tells me, okay, this business is legit. There are so many scams that are out on the internet these days. And so obviously, as you guys know, no one really answers the phone anymore, right? And it's because there's been a high prevalence of phone scams. So the more easily that we are able to legitimize your business, the more likely that you will have consumers that will want to purchase from you online. Next is that MAD helps connect agents with their audiences where they are, which is, of course, online. Again, we had just talked about how most consumers will start their purchase decision with an online search. So you can optimize your website with SEO, which helps with organic free web traffic. So the way that you can do this is with blogs or optimizing your website to having the correct keywords and having a high frequency of keywords that your consumers would be searching for online. So for example, if you live in the city of Howell and you want consumers in that city of Howell or just anywhere near the city, you would probably want to have somewhere on your website the keywords best insurance agent Howell, Michigan, somewhere on your website, because more than likely those keywords will help bring your website to a higher search engine result on Google's webpage. And then you can also do things like SEM or search engine marketing, which are those paid Google ads. So those sponsored search ads that will pop up at the very, very top of that Google search page. This can also help develop your social business funnel, which again is awareness, engagement, conversion, and then customer. And the best value about MAD is that it saves you time. We do all the heavy lifting for you, all of the blogging and the content creation and all of that stuff. It's very tedious and very time consuming in and of itself. So we do all of that stuff for you. We schedule all of your posts for you. There are ways to be able to help grow your business with using just your website and being able to make your website more visible that will help grow your business. And also, as a huge benefit to our IAD contracted agents, you receive 50% off of MAD services, and we completely customize them to your website needs. So kind of just going through here, one of my favorite things about the marketing package that we offer, that is the complete marketing package, you do get web design included with social media marketing or social media management for the ongoing management fee. So all of that, kind of like that complete marketing package, kind of ties everything in together so that then not only are you getting the search engine optimization, we can also run your Google ads as well, where you would provide the budget for, but we can also create that social media content for you as well and post it to up to 4 platforms using this plan. So the MAD responsibilities for web design include designing your landing pages, which can include a contact page, as well as blogs. So we can write one blog for you based on the content that you would provide. We will also provide you with stock photos and then also integrate your CRM if you have one. We can also add in your search engine optimization. So we're going to be optimizing your pages to make them more visible when someone is searching for products or services online that are related to what you sell. So this also includes a lot of our keyword research. And then we can also do your search engine marketing and setting up your account for Google Ads. So the agent responsibilities would be to purchase web domain and hosting if you don't already have one. So your domain is your URL or your web address. And then your web hosting is the rights to that space on the internet. And we can also make inexpensive recommendations for you as well. And if you don't already want, or I'm so sorry, if you don't want to use our content management system, which is basically the system that helps design the website in and of itself, we use WordPress. It's a very user-friendly interface, and it is just one of those really great ways to just easily put in all of the information that you need to do. And you also don't need to know HTML coding to work with WordPress, but you do have the option to do it as well if you are knowledgeable in that portion of web development. And you can use your marketing dollars towards these digital marketing tactics. So we also get our IAD contracted agents also receive 50% off of MAD services for content marketing for social media. So with your 50% off discount, the MAD Lite plan would be only $175 a month. The MAD Standard plan would be $275 a month. And the MAD Advanced plan, which would be up to all of your social media accounts with 7 posts per week. And that would be available for our IAD agents at $375 per month. If you guys have more questions about social media marketing, and if you are interested in enrolling into a MAD social media marketing program, please, please, please send me an email. I can send you this full brochure as well, and we can go over it together. If you are serious about starting a social media marketing program, I would love to schedule a 30-minute discovery call with you as well, so we can find out a little bit more about the needs of your business and your overall marketing goals, as well as discussing a little bit about your target audience so that we can start designing content that is going to reach that particular audience member. So another thing is that time is money. What's more valuable to you, your time or your money? Because content creation in and of itself is time consuming. So we create your content for you so that you don't have to, and you can spend your co-op dollars instead of your time. So the content creation process starts with your personal brand. We individualize every single agent or agency's content based on their personal brand, as well as their individual target market. So I know that there are lots of other different agencies out there that will do social media marketing for agents, but a lot of their content that I've seen online is extremely generalized. And it doesn't really tell the audience member really anything about you, who you are, what you do, and how what you do is going to provide them with value. So we start with your personal brand, as well as taking into consideration your audience personas. So your audience personas are 4 fictional yet realistic people that would be considered your entire target market. That is how we will create content to speak to your target consumer. And then we will also take into consideration the platforms that you want to use as well. So let's just go ahead and say, for example, that you are a Medicare agent, you're focused solely on Medicare, and you want to use the platforms Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Facebook is always my #1 recommendation because literally everybody and their grandma is on Facebook, like literally grandma. And then LinkedIn is another great referral source for agents as well, because you can post content to LinkedIn without necessarily wanting to target the actual consumer in and of themselves. But it's a great way for you to network with other industry professionals like CPAs, or even other small business owners. Maybe if you want to get into the small group medical or retiree medical, that's another great way to utilize LinkedIn. And then a fantastic way to utilize Instagram in order to use that as a referral source is by targeting the children of consumers that are 65 and older, because Instagram has a huge audience of 25 to 55 years old. So if we are creating content that is attractive to the children of those Medicare eligible individuals, that's a great way to be able to turn that into another referral source for you. So then we also get into your content diversification. So the content diversification means that we are educating your client or potential client, and then we are also entertaining that potential client as well and showing off a little bit more about the company culture. We first want to show your potential clients or your online audience what you know, because people will pay for what you can do, but they will pay more for what you know. So if we are educating your client and basically showing to the world that you are a fountain of insurance knowledge, they are going to be more likely to trust you. We are developing this relationship between you and an online audience. And next, we are also going to be showing off a little bit more of your company culture. We want people to see who you are, what they are going to expect, what they're going to get when they meet you in person for the first time. And then we're also going to be throwing in a couple of those promotional posts as well. So if you wanted to host a webinar or a seminar, those promotional type posts or something that you have a specific goal in mind, as opposed to every single post being a, hey, I'm an insurance agent, you should call me, like at which point that doesn't really provide any value. So, but if we are able to provide value to your potential clients by educating them on what you know, showcasing your industry knowledge as well as your company culture, and then showing them those promotions, more than likely, they're going to be much more trusting of you and more likely to respond to those more promotional posts. We're also going to be doing a little bit more research on your potential clients as well. That kind of goes into your audience personas. It also kind of meshes in with the content diversification in order to help provide that education for your potential consumer. Then we also are adding in your content mix. So your content mix is going to be a mix of videos, graphics, photos, links, as well as text. The higher mix of content that you have, the greater likelihood that you are going to have someone reaching out to you. If you were to go to anyone's Facebook business page and only saw graphics that were all pretty much the same, they're all the same color, they all say like, oh, Medicare 101 or whatever the case may be, it doesn't scream very trustworthy. So we want to make it seem like you are this real person, you're educational, and you are fun to work with, you're fun to be around. And especially since 2020, a lot more people are more focused on what value they are getting out of a business as opposed to how formal the business is overall. We're also going to be writing your captions as well. So your captions are going to be more focused on what we can provide to the consumer. The graphic, the actual content in and of itself, or the video, the photo is going to be what stops the person from scrolling. And then your captions are going to be very individualized to, again, either educate or showcase the company culture within that post. And then we will also decide on your hashtags as well. So hashtags are kind of like your keywords if you're typing them into Google. Your hashtags are going to be what is going to link your content to particular subjects. And then when someone is searching through hashtags online or surfing through different forms of content based on that topic, that's another way that you can get discovered online as well. And then we are also going to schedule your posts. So scheduling your posts to be able to be the most visible online. Long gone are the days where you could just post anything to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, like at any time of day, and someone down the line is going to see it in their newsfeed. Nowadays, with social media algorithms, the algorithm prioritizes content in the viewer's newsfeed based on the likelihood that they are actually going to want to see it. And it's also very heavily dependent on when that person is online as well. So you can't just post something at 10 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock in the morning and expect someone to be able to see it. We are scheduling your posts so that they are the most visible to your online consumer. So if you were to do all of this yourself, how much time do you think that this would take you? Because I think that I know that it takes quite a bit of time. But so when we're going through this whole content creation process for our agents, we are consistently thinking to ourselves, who is your customer? Where are they? And how do we speak to them? So the next thing that's going to be the most important part of the strategy is your content calendar. So your monthly content calendar gives you your content at a glance, as well as includes post optimization for when your audience is most likely online. Like I just spoke about, we focus on this in order to bring you the highest reach, engagement, and following. So the difference between reach and impressions. So reach is the number of accounts that your content was seen by. And then the impressions are the number of times that your post was seen in someone's newsfeed. So say, for example, you could have a post reach of 500, but then also have impressions of 510, which means that 10 accounts saw your post at least twice. And then we can also track your page following as well. Keeping in mind too that followers do not always equal customers. You could have a following of 10,000 people, but if none of them are your target audience, and if none of them are really interested in purchasing what you have to offer, then what's really the point of having them? Your followers are a vanity metric. It looks nice on paper, but at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're making any money from it. So we're also going to be taking into consideration your monthly analytics. So the analytics that we provide for you is going to tell us how the content strategy is working and how and when, if necessary, we need to make any adjustments. So our MAD responsibilities would be considered our inbound marketing, which is attracting your ideal customer, where your branding and your personas meet. So your personal brand is everything that makes you or your agency you. It involves your overall values, what you provide, what you sell, what the experience that your client is going to get when they meet with you. And as well as the content marketing by providing your audiences with valuable content. And we do the research in order to provide your consumers with value, as well as that post optimization. We are also inputting your growth analytics as well, and we will adjust your strategy as needed, as well as monitoring any ads that you want for growth and overall performance. So the agent responsibilities would be to have your inbound engagement, which means that you are the one responding to the comments and messages, and you are the overall voice of the agent or agency, which means that you should be checking your direct messages daily. Because if you have someone who's messaging you and asking about insurance, you know how we just talked about how they won't be left on hold for very long? Well, the same thing goes for direct messages as well. If you are not responding to messages within a 24-hour period, more than likely that consumer has moved on to someone else. So make sure that you are checking those direct messages daily and responding to your clients as the voice of your agency. Now, another agent responsibility is going to be your outbound marketing, such as joining groups like Facebook groups. So say, for example, if you are really into fishing or disc golf or whatever, gardening, like whatever sort of topics that you are interested in, I recommend joining Facebook groups and using it as an online networking opportunity. Go in, start talking to people, develop relationships, encourage people to follow your Facebook page or your Instagram page, your LinkedIn page, and really start developing those relationships and getting people into that business funnel. Another form of outbound marketing is going to be the scrolling, engaging, and following the people that are online viewing your page. You want to make sure that you are engaging with other people's content. You cannot expect other people to follow you and engage with you if you are not doing the same for them. So you should be starting conversations with other businesses online and engaging with potential consumers online as well. We are also another agent responsibility as far as outbound marketing goes is providing the image or video content. So for example, if you want to do a 60-second video for Facebook explaining who you are, what you do, and how what you do provides value, that is something that you need to get to me. So that is something that you would film on your own, either in your office or at your home, depending on if you have a home office or not. And then you would deliver that to us, and then we can have all of those images and videos edited properly, get them scheduled into your content calendar and ready to post. Now, another agent responsibility is going to be providing your ads budget. So we will do all of the campaign management as well as creation, but your budget is going to be provided by you. So a bunch of benefits to outsourcing your digital marketing through Marketing Advisors Direct is that, number one, it's going to save you time. We do all the time-consuming parts for you. The most fun part about social media marketing and just content marketing in general is just being able to engage with the people that are responding to your content. Make sure that you're always replying to comments, and if they compliment you, say thank you and start a conversation. Again, developing that relationship. You should be treating social media and social content marketing as a means of replacing face-to-face interaction. And number two is that it's going to save you money. You can use your IAD marketing dollars towards MAD services as well. If you were to go to another agency to do your digital marketing, more than likely, either you are going to get like the bare bones minimum as far as social media marketing that's really not even going to attract an audience that is going to benefit your overall business, or you're going to be paying $3,000 a month for like a separate agency to do all of that. So we're saving you time, we're saving you money, and we allow you to focus on your clients because you know insurance best and we know marketing best. Allow us to do all of these more tedious and time-consuming parts for you so that you can get back to doing the selling and the education part of being with your clients. So now we are on to our free gift. So you can get a free PDF download, which is our guide to capturing optimal video content for social media marketing for YouTube. So if you want this free PDF, make sure to email me. My email is KKORTE, that's Korte, at iadbrokerage.com. So you will be getting this free PDF today for being an audience member for this webinar today. And if you are interested in enrolling in a MAD program, whether it be through web design or social media marketing, please contact us. If you are interested in web or graphic design, or even ordering business cards, flyers, brochures, all of that stuff, please contact Lynette. She is our marketing manager, and her email address is displayed there on the page. And then if you are interested in enrolling in a social media program, or even if you are interested in doing our complete marketing package, which includes web development, SEO, as well as social media, you can contact me. So again, my email address is there on the screen. You can always call our 1-800 number. I forgot to put my extension on there, but my extension is 126, and you can call us there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if anyone has any questions. Okay, it looks as though we do not have any questions right now. However, if you guys do have any questions, please do feel free to email me. Okay, guys. Well, that is it for today. Again, if you are interested in receiving that free PDF on how to capture high quality video content for YouTube, please do send that inquiry to my email. Again, that is Korte at iadbrokerage.com. And again, don't forget to check out our very first MAD webinar, which gives you a little bit more into the analytics of why social media marketing in general is so important. But yeah, if you guys don't have any further questions, I guess we can go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys so much for attending today. I really appreciate your guys' time, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye.